Let's now welcome our next set of guests. The real test, like I said, now lies ahead, and not just in passing the law, but in preparing a generation of women leaders ready to lead, legislate, and transform India.
Well, our next panel tackles a crucial question. If empowerment is widely acknowledged, why the delay?
And to answer this question, we are joined by an esteemed panel of guests. Joining us today are our guests, Rajiv Rai, Member of Parliament, Samajwadi Party, P. Santosh Kumar, Member of Parliament, CPI, Aparajita Sarangi, Member of Parliament, Bharatiya Janata Party. And to moderate this session, we will like to invite Senior Executive Editor, Input Times Now, Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan.
A huge round of applause for our panelists, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. In fact, we have members of Parliament and they have to rush back to Parliament to actually participate in the voting in a short while from now. So let me quickly get into this debate, and let me start with Mr. Rajiv Rai of the Samajwadi Party. Mr. Rajiv Rai, it is a fact that all political parties want that participation of women in the democratic process, should agree on that. I don't think there's much dispute. But the question that many are asking, at least the government is saying, is that we are trying to fast track this entire process, ki sab kuch jaldi implement ho jaye. Why would the opposition parties not seize this moment to cooperate with the government to ensure that that representation happens at the earliest, is my first question.
No, 2023 bill was with the support of opposition only. And why before implementing, then you need certainly to change and make an amendment. That too in the midst of the election, which in Bengal and other states.
So timing is questionable?
No. Question is that you implement that today only. Why you want to link with this delimitation? पहले आप SIR करके वोट को चेंज करेंगे, वोटिंग पैटर्न को चेंज करेंगे, फिर delimitation you will do and change the geography of a constituency. Why you want to play all this trick? अभी आज से करिए ना. We said today only do it.
Okay.
They do it with the existing number. We'll see when the delimitation happens. Why you want to link with that?
Okay. Would you like to respond to that, Aparajita? Because you say that if you have to bring in women's reservation, what was decided earlier is that there would be a census, there would be a delimitation, and then it would be implemented. Why are you changing the structure that you had put in place in 2023? And what is the need to do it urgently in the midst of polls that are on in various assemblies? Please respond to Mr. Rai.
A very good afternoon. These kinds of questions we have been handling for the past couple of days from the side of the opposition. Now, let me tell you, the government's sole intention is to ensure that the women of the country, the 50% population of the country, does not wait further. We have waited for full 27 years. In September 1996, when Mr. Deve Gowda ji was the Prime Minister, the Women Reservation Bill had come, and thereafter it was back and forth. All of us are aware of that. And now here is a Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who had the courage and who had the conviction in whatever he was doing, and he brought us all together, and we passed the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam in the midnight of September 2023. Now, yesterday, we had been listening to all our friends to the right. Right, I mean the opposition bench. Now, they were beset with contradictions. One said, you are delaying. The other said, you are hurrying up. They have to finalize as to what they want to say, what they want to charge us with. So the fact remains that 23, the bill was passed, and we had the general elections. Census and delimitation are prerequisites. If you see, and that's part of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, we have to do, we cannot say no to that. This is one. And number two, we have to ask them the question as to why they did not do before. Why were there, these all India people, especially the Congress, 27 years the women had to wait, why didn't they do? And the last thing which I would like to mention here is, in 2010, when the Congress government was in power in the country, they brought it to the Rajya Sabha and got it passed. They had full 4 years thereafter. They were handling the government affairs till 2014. Within 4 years, what were they doing? Why didn't they get it passed in the Lok Sabha? So they have many questions to answer. Right now, it's a question of 50% population, and there is no politics involved. There are certain issues which are above party and politics.
Okay, certain issues above party and politics, but I want to ask you two questions for Santosh Kumar. She says that within opposition, there are multiple points of view. Someone says it's happening too early, someone says it's happening too late. There are different points of view. But one big concern, particularly of your India Alliance partner, Mr. Stalin, is that this is injustice to the South. Now, yesterday, Mr. Amit Shah, while speaking in the House, has given out the exact to the decimal point percentages of the before and after of the representation of the South. And all southern states, it's more or less the same, is what he says. He says the representation of the South has also marginally gone up. Do you have anything to counter what the Home Minister has said inside the Lok Sabha on the basis of facts?
I have the text of the statutes. So you must be having the same, no? So kindly go through the text of the statutes. These amendments suggested by the government. Can you find out even a single line in it? No. This was a proposal by the Home Minister of India without any legal basis. On what basis is calculation? When there is 2011 census as the basis for delimiting and calculating all these things, how can you say like this? Why can't you include those portions in the, at least in the schedule? So there is no point in making such an argument. The point is that we all stand for women reservation, no doubt at all. The all opposition parties, including the CPI, extended wholehearted support. That is how it got passed unanimously in 2023. Now why it became a controversial issue? There lies the point, no? You must have seen this notification issued by the government last night, no? At 10 o'clock. What compelled them to do that? Have you seen this one?
Yes.
This was issued last night only at 10 o'clock, 9:55 exact. And why can't they do it a bit earlier? So the point is that they want to make it a political game, especially in the wake of this Bengal, Tamil Nadu elections. So we are very clear. We stand for women reservation. It should not be a generosity or should not be treated like a generosity from any political parties. CPI was the pioneer of this idea, I mean, long ago. I don't want to repeat all those things related to history. The thing is that it is this government which is purposefully clubbing delimitation and women reservation together.
Okay, that's the point that he made, but let me take those two questions that you have raised, and very relevant ones. I would like Aparajita Sarangi to answer that. One is that he says, why was this notification brought in last night after the amendments have been moved in the House? And this is what Mr. K.C. Venugopal also mentioned this morning, that it should have been brought in earlier, number one. They are questioning the timing of that. Would you like to respond to that specific question that they are raising?
I am very well aware of the Gazette notification that has come out last night, and I think they all should welcome it. Yesterday, entire day, we listened to all of them, and there were certain concerns expressed. Now, here is a government which is extremely flexible, and here is a government which wants to take everybody along. So the suggestions were well taken in. Whatever modifications they wanted, whatever correction they wanted was done. So I think they should be happy about it. Had we not brought, they would have complained. Now that we have brought, they are complaining. They are absolute naysayers. To every action of Prime Minister Modi, there is an equal and opposite negative reaction from the people here. So I think this is extremely unfortunate. Now, before you put the question to me, I have heard him, my friend from Kerala. I would like to... Kerala. Oh, yeah, I stand corrected. Yeah, Mr. Kumar, thank you. Thank you so much. Kerala. So, now let me answer. See, census and delimitation have to be carried out. Now, Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam, fine. In principle, we agree 33%. But then how do we do it on the ground? I mean, let's be mature enough. Let's have that understanding as to how do we actually translate that principle into reality on the ground. 2011 census, the population would be taken into account only for revisiting the territorial constituencies within the states for the parliament and the legislative assemblies. That's aptly clear yesterday. Now, as far as the allocation of seats is concerned, I must tell you, my dear friends, all my friends who are sitting here, we must know the background. I'll just take 30 seconds. In 1971, there was the census. 1976, on the basis of that census, there was the delimitation. Now, that delimitation took care of two things: allocation of seats, and number two, the territorial boundaries. 2001, we had the 84th Amendment. Now, 84th Amendment was interesting. 84th Amendment said, we will not touch the allocation of seats. We will go by the 1976 one. We will just look at the boundaries once again. That was done there. Now, the point is, 50 years have passed since 1976. Prime Minister Modi's government thought it was time to look into the seats numbers. And since they were concerned, we decided it should be just 50% all across.
But why is that 50% not there in the draft is their question? Because when it comes to the delimitation laws of this country, there is no such mention of such a provision. So where is that coming from? And if there's no legal sanctity to it, then how can we take your word for it is a question that opposition is asking you.
See, today there would be statement being made by Honorable Shri Amit Shah ji. We will all be listening to him. Whatever corrections need to be done will be done. We are completely flexible. Whatever is not there will be brought in. 50% has been agreed upon and it will be done.
Okay. Do you accept that argument? You should listen to the Home Minister and the possible
wait.
legal architecture
Just
of it
wait.
before you respond.
See,
Santosh Kumar.
then the point is very clear that this statute, these amendments lack something. That is what she has agreed just now, no? This lacks something.
What something? Explain,
What you're saying
convince.
lacking in terms of the 50% aspect?
When they make this point of 50%, nothing is in this text. You must have gone through this. The sole basis is 2011 census. So you cannot take two positions simultaneously. 2011 census and 50% cannot go together. This one has to understand. 2011 census, if that is the sole basis of delimitation, then you cannot say on the other side 50% increase. So this paradox is there. And moreover, whether 50% is acceptable or not is genuinely a different issue, because southern states will be treated in a different way, and southern states are going to be humiliated for sure. And it will hamper their interest also. That I shall
The
explain.
government says that's not happening. As per what Mr. Amit Shah said, that's not happening. He says the percentage...
Amit Shah's statement is something different. Why can't they make it part of the schedule? If at all they have... See, statute is all the more relevant than a speech, no? So you are always... The Prime Minister has spoken the same thing. The Prime Minister has spoken something. Amit Shah is repeating the same. So why can't you make it part of the schedule?
Okay. We also have Mr. Pramod Tiwari of the Congress Party joining us. Pramod Tiwari ji, we have been discussing what has been happening. Of course, he's coming straight from Parliament. The big question over here that the government says is that we want to empower women. We want to bring in the law at the earliest. Why is it that the opposition is opposing us? क्या जवाब देंगे आप इन्हें?
बड़ा सीधा सा जवाब है साहब, उल्टा पड़ गया। अगर जल्दी लाना चाहते थे तो 2023 में, राजीव 2023 में आपने, हम सब ने जितने यहाँ बैठे हैं सब ने सहयोग दिया, वुमेन रिजर्वेशन पारित कर दिया। कल सुबह अमेंडमेंट लाए, एक दिन पहले हम लोगों को मिल भी गया। और जो बात मैं कह रहा हूं ये महसूस की जानी चाहिए, समझी जानी चाहिए। कल रात में 10:25 पे चर्चा 11 बजे शुरू हो गई, पास 2023 में हो गया, और कल रात में 10:25 पर नोटिफिकेशन जारी हुआ 2023 का। ये क्या ही हुस्न इत्तेफाक है? क्या कोइंसिडेंस है? आप अमेंडमेंट क्यों लाए? और अगर अमेंडमेंट लाए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, तो ये कल नोटिफिकेशन क्यों जारी किया?
लेकिन आपसे ये वी हैव जस्ट आस्क्ड दैट क्वेश्चन टू अ फ्यू मोमेंट्स अगो। आपसे मैं एक सवाल जरूर पूछना चाहूंगा। आपके तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री हैं रेवंत रेड्डी जी, उनका कहना है कि जो रिडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होनी चाहिए सीट्स की, हाइब्रिड मॉडल अपनाया जाना चाहिए और 50% जो सीट्स है उन्हें इकोनॉमिक आधार पर उन स्टेट्स को दिया जाना चाहिए विच आर परफॉर्मिंग वेल इकोनॉमिकली स्पीकिंग। आप पार्लियामेंट्री रिप्रेजेंटेशन इकोनॉमिक बेसिस पे कैसे दे पाएंगे? डू यू एग्री विद दैट कंटेंशन?
देखिए, मैं एक चीज कहना चाहता हूं, हर किसी को सुझाव देने का अधिकार है, हर किसी के विचार हैं। मैं तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहा हूं। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, संविधान में जब एक बिल पास हो गया और आप कह रहे हैं हम जल्दी लाने के लिए कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे इस सवाल का जवाब तो दिला दीजिए, किसी से पूछ लीजिएगा 23 से लेकर 16, 26 अप्रैल 2026 को तक किसका इंतजार कर रहे थे? डिले नहीं, सुनिए, जल्दी नहीं,
कंप्लीट करिए।
इस डिले के लिए कौन जिम्मेदार? नियत खराब, नीत खराब, इरादा खराब, चाणक्य फेल हो गए। इसलिए फेल हो गए कि उनका इरादा था, केरल का चुनाव चल रहा था तभी से शुरू हो गया था। प्रधानमंत्री जी उसी दिन आ गए थे चैनल्स पे जिस दिन केरल में वोटिंग हो रही थी। आना नहीं चाहिए था नैतिकता के आधार पर। मैं नैतिकता से दूर दराज के जिसका मतलब ना हो उसके सामने नैतिकता की बात क्या करूं। और आप जब तमिलनाडु और बंगाल 2 चुनाव हो रहे हैं तो स्पेशल सेशन पार्लियामेंट के बुला के वुमेन्स रिजर्वेशन का कर रहे थे। आज 4 बजे उलट जाएंगे।
Okay. Rajiv ji wants to also respond. I'm going to take both their questions and coming to you.
See, the BJP is so used to make false statement jumlas, and they are in habit of thinking that we have short-lived memory. आप 15 लाख, POK, GST, FDI सारे इनके जोड़ लीजिए. She keeps saying, and all the BJP leaders are keep saying, 27 year late हो गया, 27 year late हो गया. इसमें से 17 साल तो आप ही के हैं. 17 ईयर, ये मोदी जी की भगवान बनाने में इतने गमसीन है, भूल जाते हैं कि 6 साल अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी भी बीच में थे, उनको भी डिस्क्रेडिट कर देते हैं. सो 17 ईयर देयर, और फिर 50 ईयर 2001, अगेन 25 साल के लिए बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट ने ही किया था. तो इनको लगता है कि हम कुछ भी बोल देते हैं, जैसे 3, 4, 5 शुरू में अच्छे दिन से लेके 15 लाख और 30 रुपये पेट्रोल हो जाते हैं. सीधी सी बात है कि 2023 का जो बिल था सबके सहमति से पास हुआ था. तो आपको प्रॉब्लम क्या है? अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट देती है तो उसको बदल देते हैं, सबके सहमति से पार्लियामेंट में पास होता है तो उसको बदल देते हैं. प्रॉब्लम क्या है आपको?
I'm allowing your question, but both of you have come to that 2023 point. So, Aparajita Sarangi, if the government is in such a hurry to implement the women's reservation, perhaps rightly so, why then was there a delay in implementing the notification of 2023? Why is it brought in, as I mentioned earlier, just last night? Let her answer that question first.
Reply to this. See, amendment should come only when there is a act is live. जो अभी वो नोटिफिकेशन इशू नहीं हुआ तो अमेंडमेंट कहां से आ गया?
कांग्रेस के आदरणीय सांसद महोदय को बहुत जोर देकर कहना चाहूंगी कि नीति स्पष्ट है, नियत साफ है और नेतृत्व दृढ़ है. मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि करीबन 60-70 साल ये लोग दिल्ली में थे, दिल्ली सरकार चला रहे थे, केंद्र सरकार चला रहे थे. इन 60-70 सालों में विमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल को पारित क्यों नहीं कराया? एक. दूसरा, मैंने पहले भी कहा, मैं पुनरावृत्ति करती हूं, 2010 में राज्यसभा में आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी और अन्य ने मिलकर इसे पारित कराया था. लोकसभा में नहीं हुआ. उन 4 सालों में इन्होंने लोकसभा में इसे पारित क्यों नहीं कराया? एक महिला होने के नाते यह पूछना चाहती हूं. 2010 to 2014 they were in power. Prime Minister Modi took over as the Prime Minister of the country on 26 May 2014. What were they doing before that? And they should not be talking about women's rights. In 1985, Shah Bano case we can never ever forget. Everything was sacrificed at the altar of voting bank calculations when Shah Bano issue was there. So I don't think Congress has any right to actually ask questions. However, we are accountable to 50% population, and that is why I would definitely like to mention here, yes, the notification has come out yesterday. Let me tell you, as I told you, I reiterate, my government is very flexible, and I am very proud to say that wherever along the way we find something has to be done, not being done, we correct our ways. What's the problem? It's course correction. I think you all should be happy about it. And number 2, the thing is that there is a government, there is a Prime Minister who wants to translate Vandan Adhiniyam into reality. In 23, September 23, it was passed. I reiterate, after 1 year, there was the Lok Sabha elections. Census and delimitation are not small exercises. They are massive exercises. Lot of manpower is required, very meticulous, and that is why, because of the elections, we could not do. We are doing now. Please support us.
Okay.
23 they are not doing, 24 they have election.
Pramod ji, also the larger question of Sonia Gandhi now saying that it's the poison of delimitation when the Congress itself was trying to implement it. They're saying, please help us now that we are trying to implement it. क्या जवाब
We
देंगे?
are doing it.
बड़ा सीधा सवाल है, बहुत ही सीधा सवाल है, बहुत ही सीधा जवाब है। हमने राज्यसभा में पारित करा दिया था जहां हमारा बहुमत हो सकता था, और लोकसभा में नहीं हो पाया क्योंकि ना आपकी नीति दुरुस्त ना नियत दुरुस्त, आपका समर्थन नहीं मिला। और सबको मालूम है कि हमारी दोनों सरकारें दूसरे दलों के समर्थन पे चल रही थी, हमारे पास तो पूर्ण बहुमत भी नहीं था, तो हम कैसे 2/3 बहुमत लाते? अगर लाते तो हमारी वही हालत होती जो आज आपकी होने जा रही है। एक चीज, दूसरी बात क्रेडिबिलिटी की है। वो कल कहा ना ब्लैंक चेक दे देंगे, हाँ ब्लैंक चेक, उस बैंक का नाम भी बता दीजिएगा। वो 15 लाख वाला भी लेके घूम रहा हूं, कोई बैंक ही नहीं मिला मुझे। 2 करोड़ नौकरियों हर साल वाला लेके घूम रहा हूं, आज तक नहीं मिला मुझे। लोगों ने कहा था डबल हो जाएगी इनकम किसानों का, वो बैंक ढूंढ रहा हूं, नहीं मिल रहा। जाने के पहले एड्रेस दे दीजिए 15 लाख वाला, अगर जरूरत पड़ी तो 15 लाख रुपए जब मुझे मिल जाएगा तो जैसा आप कहेंगे वैसा इस्तेमाल करूंगा उसका, ये मेरा वादा आपसे। तो कुल मिला के हम जहां कर सकते थे, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, हम भी प्रेसिडेंट बना सकते थे विदाउट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट। हमने कई राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष अपनी पार्टी का महिला बनाया। हम बना सकते थे प्रेसिडेंट, हमने बनाया, पहली महिला प्रेसिडेंट दी। प्राइम मिनिस्टर हम बना सकते थे, साधारण बहुमत से बनाया इंदिरा गांधी को। और किया क्या वो भी बता दूं, राजीव गांधी ने शुरू किया, नरसिंह राव जी ने पूरा किया 1993 में। आज जिला पंचायत में, प्रधान में, बीडीसी में, मेयर में अगर महिलाएं बैठी हैं ना, तो कांग्रेस की बदौलत बैठी हुई है। हमने करके दिखा दिया है। आप तो चाहते नहीं थे, वरना 3 साल डिले के बारे में आपने कुछ नहीं बताया। ये 3 साल का डिले 2023 से 2026 का क्यों? और जब वो एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था तो आप दूसरा क्यों लाए? और जब लाए तो जब 2 इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं, इनफैक्ट 4 इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं, मेरे दोस्त बैठे हैं उनके यहां इलेक्शन चल रहा है, तो इस इलेक्शन के बीच में क्यों लाए? तो जो नियत वाली बात थी, मैं बता दूं ना, आपकी नीत दुरुस्त है ना नियत दुरुस्त है, और आपका गुनाह नहीं, आपकी गलती नहीं। आपसे तो पूछा भी नहीं गया होगा।
ऑलराइट, आपसे I'll come to you in just a minute, बट प्रमोद जी एक सवाल जरूर है। आप जो कह रहे हैं हमने पूरी कोशिश की, लेकिन सवाल ये भी उठता है कि आपके अलायंस पार्टनर्स ने ही इनका विरोध भी किया है आपकी राज्यसभा में। तो कहीं ना कहीं द क्वेश्चन इज दैट इट वाज नॉट इम्प्लीमेंटेड बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन विद इन योर ओन अलायंस। ये कहने की एटलीस्ट हम इस बार कोशिश कर रहे हैं पूरी तरह और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट के साथ इसको परमानेंटली लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। क्या जवाब
कभी विरोध नहीं किया हमारे अलायंस ने, सब रिजर्वेशन के पक्ष में थे। ढंग फर्क रहा हो, रूप फर्क रहा हो, पर अलायंस का विरोध किसी अलाई ने नहीं किया है। अब अगर आप स्पेसिफिक पूछो तो मैं स्पेसिफिक जवाब भी दूंगा।
आरजेडी ने अपोज नहीं किया था सर हाउस के अंदर? आरजेडी ने अपोज नहीं किया था?
वो क्या कह रहे थे? वो ये कह रहे थे कि इसमें ऐसा प्रोविजन किया जाए जिसपे गांव की, घर की और महिलाएं भी आ सकें। हमारे साथियों का भी यही कहना, छोड़ दो पार्टी पे, हम 33% कर देंगे। किसी ने महिलाओं के आरक्षण का विरोध नहीं किया। महिलाओं की आरक्षण के विरोध में किसी की नीत और नियत खराब थी तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की।
Okay, it was BJP which was opposed to women's representation in the parliament. Please respond to that.
How very ridiculous this is. Here we are with 3 bills. After a lot of consultation and application of mind, discussing in the Lok Sabha, we are very keen to implement the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam from 2029 elections. And thereafter, whatever number of state legislative assembly elections, we want to implement this. Now, this is a dilly-dallying practice. For some reason or the other, the Congress and other parties do not want to see 273 women sitting in the Lok Sabha and in the legislative assemblies. Today, in fact, all of them are being watched by 50% of the country's population. There is a formula. You give your opinion. Today, we would be listening to our leaders. They may come out with something else. They may suggest something, listening to you. We are extremely flexible. But please don't stop the reservation. Please don't stop the implementation. See, they are stopping the implementation. They blocked at that point of time. 27 years they did not do. And now that the time has come to implement the same, they are dilly-dallying and they are trying to block again. So I think the Congress party and the other opposition parties, they are accountable to 50% of the population. They are being watched. So I think they will be answering them. Now, as far as we are concerned, the Nari Shakti in the country knows very well that we have been trying extremely hard to ensure that this is implemented. And number two, please don't attach this with any kind of elections. Elections take place every month
But
here
it's
in the
happening
country.
during elections.
Elections take place every month in the country. I'm telling you. Elections take place every month. Kerala, already over. Assam, already over.
After 10
Two
days,
elections
it will
are
be
there.
over.
Now, what is the problem
After
if this
10 days,
comes
it will
now?
have been over.
One second. But ma'am, it is a fact that Bengal is yet to vote. Tamil Nadu is yet to vote. Bengal also has a woman chief minister. It also has a ruling party which has perhaps the maximum number of female representatives. So can we really, divorce it from the reality of what's happening on ground is question number one. And my second question is, what does the BJP gain from this exercise? If you know that you don't have the 2/3 numbers, why bring it in now then?
See, it's a question of half of the country's population. We thought we would come with the 3 bills, we would be able to talk to them and भगवान इन्हें सद्बुद्धि देंगे, ऐसा हमने सोचा. महिलाओं के विषय में ये लोग सोचेंगे और महिलाओं की जो स्थिति आज है, मैं बताना चाहूंगी आप सबको. देखिए, मैं महिला सांसद हूं और महिला सांसद होने के नाते it is extremely humiliating for me to see only 13.6% of parliamentarians as women in the Lok Sabha and only 10% in all the legislative assemblies as women MLAs. It's extremely unfortunate, and the global average is 27.5. Rwanda parliament has 64% women. New Zealand, again, more than 60%. Sweden, 46%. I can talk of Nepal, 33%, and we are just 13.6%. It is because of naysayers like them. We have to find a way out. There has to be some kind of agreeing point. Here is a prime minister. Here is a home minister. All of us are very keen to listen to you. We are flexible. Let's find out the path.
Okay,
And
so-
then we have to do it. मैं जरूर ये कहना चाहूंगी. Please give me 30 seconds. See, today I was quite amused when I saw my party sent me here. They could have easily sent a male parliamentarian to participate in Times Now debate. And today you see what's there, 1, 2, 3.
Correct, Madhav.
So that's
correct
very
this.
interesting.
Okay.
My people were telling me as to how this is happening. A woman should go. As simple as that.
Okay, all political
This
parties
is your
are
fault.
represented.
You called.
let
This
me-
is your fault.
No,
This is our fault.
You should
you
clarify.
invited us.
You
Sir,
should.
we
You
called all
invited
political
us.
parties. Whoever comes is welcome to
No,
come
no,
and join
no,
this
you
platform.
invited us.
We had,
Madhav
let me
ji,
just
you
tell you also for
invited
the
us.
record that we had
Madhav.
my colleague Navika Kumar, who's a group editor, had a panel this morning where the ratio was inverse. There was one man and several other female
I
panelists.
expected
Ma-
3
no, no,
women
no.
here, 3 women parliamentarians here talking.
We are
to me.
sorry.
Madhav ji,
Okay, Santosh Kumar.
Madhav ji, the position of the government is absolutely ridiculous. Why? Because in 2023, when this was discussed, we had suggested 2 important things. That there should not be any conditionalities attached to this bill. Okay. And whatever those conditionalities, census and delimitation, we have given certain suggestions that it should be implemented as early as possible. 543 seats, make 1/3 of it, 181, reserved for women. Okay, the position was very clear. Then who had brought these conditionalities to that bill? It was the government. Now you see, let me read out the statement of objectives and reasons, a part of this 107 bill. Point number 6, the next census and the consequential delimitation exercise thereafter will take considerable time and thus delay in effective and dedicated participation of women in our democratic polity. This is, how come? Because this was our position. We have suggested that you should not attach any conditionality, please. Then no, it should be part of, after census and delimitation. It was BJP's position. Now, why did they change this position? So the thing is that these people are not serious. Whatever now they are trying to study is a crocodile tear only, and it's a political game. They know what is going to happen. And in the name of Bengal, wake of Bengal and Tamil Nadu elections, they want to, they try to get some political advantage. That's it. Not at all serious about implementation of this particular.
Okay, let me quickly bring in Mr. Rajiv Rai of the SP as well. Mr. Rajiv Rai, Akhilesh Yadav comes out and says that this should be implemented only when there is reservation for backward women, for Muslims. Now, while Amit Shah has said that Muslim reservation is not possible, it is a fact that Mr. Arjun Bregwal, who's of course a law minister, has said that there is quota, there is reservation for backwards, etc., that will be worked into this bill. Why would you then not support the bill?
Let me first clarify what she said. Our point also I will clarify. First thing you want, this as our senior said, last time also we had the same stand, 33% हमको पार्टियों के ऊपर आप छोड़ दीजिए, make it compulsory. Why you want this, ladies are sitting here, कि 33% identify कर दे, आपस में लड़ती रहे. Why don't you want whole state to be, and a whole country they can contest anywhere? Again आप वहाँ लड़ाना चाहते हो, और महिला के लिए बड़े.
How will you implement it then?
No, you make it mandatory. Samajwadi Party has to fill 33% candidate. We'll give you the list. Number two, because it's clicking. Number two, ये देर मतलब महिला की बड़ी हितैषी है. 21 स्टेट में इनका सरकार है, एक सीएम नहीं मिला. दिल्ली के एक सीएम को बना दिया इन्होंने. 125 साल की आरएसएस की हिस्ट्री में एक महिला इनका अध्यक्ष नहीं बनी. ये इनका है. पार्लियामेंट में इनका रिकॉर्ड देख लीजिए, असेंबली में इनका रिकॉर्ड देख लीजिए, और समाजवादी पार्टी की ही सरकार थी जिन्होंने पंचायतों में महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन दिया. सो लेट अस, वी डोंट नीड अ सर्टिफिकेट फ्रॉम देम दैट लाइक आप देशभक्त हैं, आप महिला के सम्मान करते हैं, या आप भगवान के भक्त हैं. दे आर द लास्ट पर्सन टू गिव सर्टिफिकेट टू एनीवन फॉर दिस.
आपकी पार्टी के कितने महिला अध्यक्ष रहे हैं? आपकी पार्टी में कितने महिला अध्यक्ष रहे हैं?
हमारी पार्टी में तो अभी भी सांसद हैं, बहुत सारे पोजीशन रहे. नहीं, हम करेंगे ना, हम तो तैयार है ना. आप दीजिए पार्टी को. आप मजबूर करते हैं कि आपके इशारे पर डांस करें. हम आज भी बोल रहे हैं, मैं आपके सामने बोल के जा रहा हूं, आप कर दीजिए. 33% हमारे नहीं हो तो नहीं होंगे.
ओके.
और अच्छा लगा कि आपने आरएसएस की तुलना किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से कर दी. आपने मान लिया कि आरएसएस भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है.
It is a question that you have posed, so I'm just posing the same question, same yardstick back at you, but respond to that. He says that whether it comes to BJP, whether it comes to number of chief ministers, or whether it comes to RSS, although I think RSS has a women's wing, he says that the representation of women, at least in leadership positions, let us answer that question, in leadership positions is not there as far as BJP, RSS is concerned, is his question. Please respond.
Yeah, before that, I will definitely like to say that 73rd, 74th Amendment, they want to take credit for, 100% credit to them. We want to give them credit for this Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam implementation also. Please take the credit, but please work for 50% of the population. Yesterday Prime Minister has told them that all credit is yours. Please take the credit. They want to take the credit for all kinds of things that they have done. This is one. I will definitely like to say this.
Trump नाराज हो जाएगा.
Excuse me.
And number two, what did you say the question is?
हर चीज के ऊपर credit चाहिए.
Oh, representation, yes.
Leadership positions are
I just said there is absolutely no partisan approach in our party. You know who is the president of the country. And 8 governors are females. Maybe 1 or 2 might not have been there. I'm talking about 2 months back. 8 governors are there female. One after the other in every sector. I am sitting, 3 are not. I expected something else here. It's good to have male support. I'm not saying that male parliamentarians are very dear to me. But the fact remains that this particular issue, I thought they would be here. So the point is that there is no partisan approach at all. And our party is very keen that 33% reservation, Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam, is implemented from 2029. If they think
Let it
that
be implemented from now.
they stand by the women of the country, do they have guts today during the voting? They vote for the government's bills. If they vote for the government's bills, we will realize that they are with the women of the country.
Mr. Tiwari, quick response and then we close the session.
बड़ी सीधी सी बात है. कम से कम हम 3 और आप इसे पढ़ लीजिए. मेरे पास है, ये लाया ही नहीं गया है महिला रिजर्वेशन के लिए, ये डिलिमिटेशन के लिए लाया गया है। नाम है महिला रिजर्वेशन, तो तू हो गया था ना 2023 में, तो 24 के लिए हमारे नेता सदन ने खड़े होके कहा था इसे 2024 में लागू कर दीजिए, ये तो कहा था हम लोगों ने। तो देर अगर हुई है तो आपकी वजह से हुई है। हम तो जब 2023 में पास किया था तभी कहा था 24। इसमें एक चीज और बता दूं, जो सबसे बड़ा बिटवीन द लाइंस है, बोला जा रहा है कि 50% हर स्टेट की सीटें बढ़ जाएंगी। पढ़ डाला मैंने, वकील रहा हूं, एक एक लाइन पढ़ डाला, मुझे वो 50% नहीं मिला। शी इज अ वेरी गुड ब्यूरोक्रेट, आई नो, शी वाज। तो जरा वो वाली लाइन दिखा दीजिए मुझे जिसपे 50% सीट का जिक्र हो।
Yes, in fact, we posed that question to her. We posed that question. आप डिबेट पे थोड़े लेट आए थे सर. We had posed that question to her, and she said, "Wait for what the Home Minister will say inside the House. Wait for the assurance and the
अब
expectation."
होम मिनिस्टर और प्राइम मिनिस्टर का तो विश्वास हम तो नहीं करते।
Okay, that is your
सुन लीजिए,
right.
सुन
That
लीजिए,
is- हाँ.
सुन लीजिए। इसलिए कि क्या इंक कम हो गई थी कि जो वो कहेंगे वो इसमें नहीं डाला जा सकता था। तो जो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट है उसमें 50% का जिक्र नहीं। डिलिमिटेशन में अभी तक पावर क्या था मालूम है आपको? आप एरिया डिमार्केट कर सकते थे। एम आई राइट?
Right, right.
एरिया डिमार्केट, इसमें जानते क्या करने जा रहे हैं? ये अब तय करेंगे
संख्या को
कि संख्या कितनी होगी, ये तय करेंगे। तो ये डिलिमिटेशन काम है। आर्टिकल 81, आर्टिकल 82 डज नॉट परमिट दिस। तो सारा झगड़ा सब पकड़ लिया गया है,
We have
आगे
actually posed
हाथ
a very
पकड़
same
लिया गया
question.
है। झगड़ा नहीं है सीट का। महिला रिजर्वेशन यहां जितने बैठे हैं चारों इंक्लूडिंग हर, हम सब तैयार हैं 33% पे, पर हम आपको इजाजत नहीं देंगे जो आपने आसाम में किया, जो कश्मीर में किया। डिलिमिटेशन के नाम पर आप हिंदुस्तान का नक्शा बिगाड़ दे, ये हम आपको नहीं करने देंगे।
अच्छा, हम इतने कमिटेड हैं कि 3 मेल आए सपोर्ट करने के लिए महिला बिल के। भाजपा से कोई मेल की हिम्मत नहीं हुई कि महिला बिल के लिए आकर यहाँ बोल दे।
Uprise that. Quick closing comment.
Very quick comment with some words from Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji. I'll just take 1 minute. I can sense what my very esteemed colleagues, the 3 parliamentarians, want to say. Now, your apprehensions will actually not allow Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam to be implemented in 2029. Ultimately, the women will suffer. Half of the country's population will suffer. You create hurdles. You created hurdles for 27 years. You are creating hurdles now. हमें व्यवधान नहीं, हमें समाधान चाहिए। हरिवंश राय बच्चन
16 years from you.
हरिवंश राय बच्चन की 2 पंक्तियों के साथ ही अपना वक्तव्य मैं शेष करना चाहूंगी। नीड़ न दो चाहे टहनी का, आश्रय छिन्न भिन्न कर डालो, लेकिन पंख दिए हैं तो आकुल उड़ान में विघ्न न डालो। ये विघ्न, ये बाधा बंद कीजिए। सरकार जो निवेदन कर रही है, आप आगे बढ़े, हम आगे बढ़े, हाथ मिलाएं। भारत की आधी आबादी का सवाल है। धन्यवाद।
All right. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank all our panelists, Mr. Santosh Kumar, as well as Aparajita Sarangi, Mr. Rajiv Rai, Mr. Pramod Tiwari. And as we close this session, ma'am, we take your criticism on the chin. Certainly, we should have perhaps had more women representation. We began with about, I think, 20%, 25% of the panel had female representation, came down to 20, but still better than Parliament, which is at 13. So
प्रमोद जी,
we'll have to
आपको
leave it there.
एक राय दूंगा, आप बिल्कुल विश्वास मत कीजिएगा। सुषमा स्वराज जी लीडर अपोजिशन थी। डेमोक्रेसी में शैडो प्राइम मिनिस्टर वही होता है जो लीडर अपोजिशन होता है। तो प्रधानमंत्री जो वर्तमान है वो तो महिला का हक मार के बैठे हुए हैं ना। सुषमा स्वराज जी को बनना चाहिए था उस समय जब सरकार बनी।
Well, that's a completely different debate. We'll have to leave it there. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all our members of Parliament for joining us, and thank you for taking the time out on such a busy day when Lok Sabha is all set to vote on this man in a few hours from now. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajiv Rai, Mr. Pramod Tiwari, Mr. Santosh Kumar, and Ms. Aparajita Sarangi for joining us today. And thank you, Madhav, for such a wonderful discussion. Thank you.